berapa gitu, live-nya cuma bisa, sorry I keep pressing this, live-nya itu cuma bisa 1 jam. So nanti bakal keputus gitu ya. Please join back us again. Nah, untuk teman-teman yang baru first time joining us, basically what we do is we always start the day or start the session itu with setting a group energy. Dan nanti we always also end with a group meditation. Nah, jadi kita selalu mulai dengan meditasi dan kita juga selalu selesainya dengan meditasi. Nah, jadi for those of you yang baru pertama kali join us, and for those of you yang juga bukan pertama kali join us, I hope that you guys already have your notebook supaya bisa take note dan juga bisa when I throw questions atau apa itu kalian bisa catat, dan kadang aku juga kasih some stuff to work out lagi gitu, something to think about, to journal. Jadi I started journaling itu berapa tahun yang lalu sih, pas mulai on this quest and journey buat self healing ini, dan aku mulai journaling and it helped me so much. Jadi I really encourage teman-teman itu semuanya juga to do this. Nah, actually, okay, let's just set the group intention dulu, and then aku mau cerita sedikit juga. Okay, hi Dominic. Okay, so I want you guys to set your intention, karena before we start anything, we always have to start with the right intention supaya nggak salah. Ini intentionku, dan kalian tentunya feel free to have your own intention. Dipikirin aja sekarang maunya apa sih gitu. What outcome do you want dengan mengikuti, spending the next 1 hour and a half with me and the next 14 days ini. Apa sih outcome yang kalian mau? So set that intention. Nah, for me, my intention is that all of us have a great time. Jadi don't take things seriously. And I know that apapun juga yang ngomongin tentang duit, people get so tense karena it's money, kayak tabu banget gitu. Nobody wants to talk about it. But if we approach anything in life lebih relax dikit dan lebih nyantai dikit, and just have a sense of amusement, it just makes things easier aja gitu to process. Karena I know that there will be a lot of emotions that will come up yang mungkin juga bikin teman-teman semua juga feel like kayaknya nggak enak gitu. I know that feeling karena I went through this also, dan banyaklah gitu air mata yang keluar, so I know. Makanya itu juga I really respect and salute all of you guys for being here, karena I know that you guys are doing the hard work that is needed to show up for yourself. So I really respect that a lot. Okay, so my intention is that all of us have a great time, and then we have a great connection. Sorry, just 1 second. I'm gonna change my. Okay. All right. So my intention is to have a great time, and then all of us have a great connection. Dan tentunya bukan cuman connection between you and I, tapi juga all of us as a group itu we have a group connection. By the way, we also I set up a chat group, WhatsApp chat group. Nanti kalau yang mau join us bisa let me know, nanti aku kirimin linknya. And also that whatever happens in the next berapa hari ini, this 14 days ini, is for the highest good. Nah, terus juga my own personal intention is that so that I may be a clear channel, supaya all abundance healing energy, all information yang comes through itu semuanya jelas. Nah, sekarang I want you guys to yang mau linknya nanti just DM me aja, nanti aku kirimin setelah sesi ini. Okay, so now I want you guys also to just ask yourself, intuisi aja gitu. What do you want to heal? Biasanya whatever it is that pops up itu yang it's what you need. So just ask yourself that question supaya bisa juga di set intentionnya. Okay, it's now 8:13, so I'm gonna start the session now. Dan kita akan mulai dengan sesi meditasi ini to join the group energy. Okay, jadi cara kerjanya itu, we will just form this circle, kayak anggap aja we see one another. Walaupun kita semua berjauhan, tapi anggap kita ada di satu ruangan. Just imagine that in your head. Nah, ini nggak usah terlalu dipikirin sih ya. Whenever you do anything about meditation dan segala macam tuh nggak usah terlalu dianalisain. It doesn't have to be perfect and exactly and precise. Tapi just imagine that, just imagine sih intinya gitu sih, and just know that anggap aja itu udah whatever it is, ya udah yang benar gitu. So I want you guys to imagine that kita tuh semua tuh di satu ruangan and we can all see one another. Lalu we can just say hi, like sekarang kayak pada wave one another kayak hi hi hi. Then just see that everyone saying hi and hello back to you. You can also close your eyes if you want for this part. Okay, so just imagine that we're all saying hi, hello, how are you? Saling kenalan. Kita sekarang nggak bisa salaman, tapi in our imagination kita bisa salaman or hug one another. And also we're gonna say hi to all the future people yang bakal join us. Ada orang kan yang telat, so we just say hi to them also. Hi everyone yang akan joining us in the next few minutes, few hours. And also we're gonna say hi and include the people yang akan nonton the replay. Jadi it will be available di story aku for the next one day, dan aku akan save juga dan aku akan upload di IGTV, so it will be available in my IGTV. So this will be open to a lot of people in the future juga yang akan nonton video-video ini. So we want to include them as part of the group. So just welcome everyone with open arms. Now I want you guys to imagine juga kayak ada one big bubble, kayak kita semua ini dalam big bubble. And just imagine that we're all connected to one another, dan apapun juga yang kita belajar, apapun juga yang sudah kita dapetin dalam sesi-sesi ini, semuanya akan di-share satu sama lain. Ini supaya juga as a group kita progresnya lebih cepat, dan kita belajarnya juga lebih cepat, and and healing yang take place itu juga lebih cepat lagi dan lebih efektif lagi. So just imagine that. And I'm just gonna ground the group energy and just send massive golden light to our group. Okay, so thank you for joining that. All right, just know that you all are in the right place at the right time. I believe in that. Aku percaya bahwa there is no such thing as coincidence. So if you are here dan kalian berasa drawn to join this, so it means that you are exactly at the right place at the right time. Alright, so today topiknya hari ini yang aku mau bahas. Oh, by the way, yang kemarin ikut money types-nya ada yang mau cerita gak? Or maybe cerita-ceritanya nanti di grup aja kali ya. Tapi when I first read about the money type, pas aku belajar itu aku juga kayak agak, ternyata gini karena gini gitu. So it was quite interesting. Kalian yang mau sharing stories juga, tentunya boleh ngobrolin nanti di grupnya kita. And kalau misalkan ada yang apaan sih money type, ngomongin apa sih? Ya that's yesterday's session, nanti bisa di catch juga di IGTV, I will upload it, jadi bisa catch up juga. Basically it talks about who you are dan kalian punya money type itu seperti apa gitu. Okay, so today, hari ini, I want to talk about a couple of things. Jadi pertama, it's about self-acceptance and self-love. Nah, di journey, even in my personal journey itu, ternyata setelah berapa panjang punya journey yang aku kemarin ini lewatin, my biggest challenge itu adalah karena I couldn't love myself enough and I couldn't accept myself enough. Dan I keep looking for love di luar gitu. Maksudnya di luar dalam arti I keep thinking that kalau if I do this then I get love, then I'll be worthy enough. Or if I do that then I'll get love, then I'll be worthy enough. Tentunya ini semuanya nggak dalam conscious mind ya. Tapi for me I was more of a kayak nggak bisa say no gitu. Terus begitu kayak I just want to please people. Jadi kayak nggak mau kalau orang marah sama aku, nggak mau ngecewain orang, ya kayak begitulah. Jadi at certain points tuh I was doing way too much dan I keep saying yes to things yang I know I'm gonna fail at it dan akhirnya kayak feeling guilty sendiri gitu. It was crazy dan akhirnya I keep punishing myself and I keep pushing myself sampai akhirnya sakit dan and so on and so forth lah. It wasn't pretty. Nah jadi this session itu benar-benar relate so much to me. And I hope that ini juga bisa help a lot of you yang dengerin ini, because I know that a lot of people itu struggle with also self-love and self-acceptance. Nah, sebenarnya tuh self-love sama self-acceptance itu tuh agak sedikit beda. Jadi self-love itu is basically loving yourself enough to accept who you are. Jadi kamu tuh nggak usah memaksa diri kamu to be someone else. Kan kita sering kali kan, kok dia kok gini sih, kok dia bisa gitu sih, atau aku kok nggak bisa kayak dia yang begini sih gitu. Kayak kita we compare ourselves to people kayak kadang nggak nyadar tapi we do it all the time. Atau kadang mungkin kayak iri, kok dia bisa sih kayak gini, kok aku nggak bisa sih. And then we push ourselves, and then we get disappointed with ourselves, terus kayak just feel miserable gitu. And I know that I do that gitu, dan I know that some of you might be doing that as well. Jadi hopefully from today's session ini kita juga bisa lebih aware and we can stop doing it. Nah, jadi tuh loving yourself and accepting who you are, kita tuh we have to fall in love with ourselves. Seringkali itu we're so mean to ourselves, kayak kita tuh ngata-ngatain diri sendiri, and then we punish ourselves. Kita bilang, aduh kok ini gue jelek sih, kok dia punya itu bagus sih, kok si ini bisa cantik banget sih, kok itu kakinya panjang banget sih, kok itu perutnya kecil sih, kok ini mukanya mulus banget sih, and so on and so forth. So the thing is, if you don't fall in love with yourself, gimana caranya orang tuh bisa fall in love with you? Jadi we have to show the whole world that we are lovable. Then you can allow the whole world to fall in love with you. And kalau kita tuh nggak bisa accept diri kita for who we are, we keep punishing ourselves. We keep punishing our body. We keep punishing the way we do things. Dan kita tuh kayak paksain for it to change. And kalau kayak begini tuh, we're basically not in self-love dan juga not in self-acceptance. Jadi part of loving yourself itu sebenarnya kita harus menerima kita apa adanya. Jadi tuh gini, you can accept it or change it, tapi jangan di-torture. Jangan bilangnya gini, what some people do is, they go on this spiral down, kayak, gue gak bisa terima nih, misalkan whatever it is that they don't like about themselves, gue gak bisa terima nih, tapi gak bisa rubah, terus gimana dong? Kayak misalkan I hate my body, tapi ya emang bentuknya udah begini, mungkin kenapa sih gue kurang tinggi gitu, tapi mungkin ya sekarang udah nggak bisa meninggi lagi gitu, then you hate yourself, tapi you cannot change it. Jadi kita kayak we just keep spiraling down. Atau misalkan I hate my job, tapi nggak bisa quit, kenapa ya? Because ya butuh duitnya gitu. Or let's say I don't like my partner, my spouse, tapi ya gimana kalau misalkan cerai nanti gimana, nggak punya tempat tinggal atau nggak punya duit atau whatever it is. So we keep punishing ourselves. Jadi don't do that. Either you accept it, you embrace it, you make the best of it, or you change it. But don't go, gak bisa, I don't like it, tapi I cannot change it. Aduh, gimana nih? Gue kesian banget. I'm so powerless. I'm so hopeless. I'm so helpless. I hate myself, tapi I cannot accept it gitu. Don't go into that loop. Karena once you go into that loop, jadi kayak kita tuh we're just giving away our power sih sebenarnya. Karena you do have the power to either change it or accept it. Kalau misalkan hal-hal yang bisa kita rubah, misalkan I don't like my body, misalkan aku nggak suka nih bentuk badannya, mungkin I'm overweight atau whatever it is lah gitu, I don't like it. Ya, that you have the power to change it kan. Either you change it or you accept it. Nah, change it caranya gimana? You don't punish and torture yourself dengan going into diet, segala makan dan segala macam, Tapi kita bisa memikirkan dari segi mindsetnya, apa sih yang bisa kita rubah, pola makan apa sih yang bisa kita rubah. Don't go into diets karena diet itu will not work. Diet itu artinya ya udah sementara, just for berapa lama ini I'll stick to this diet yang cuma makannya ini, tapi it's not you. Nah akhirnya kayak begitu, because you don't like it tapi you have to karena I'm on diet, kayak nggak ada pilihan, then you get so miserable. Dan akhirnya it will not work anyway, karena diets never work. Kita turunin 1 kilo 2 kilo, akhirnya naik lagi 5 kilo 10 kilo itu, or whatever it is lah gitu. Jadi it doesn't work. Nah, for the longest time aku tuh dulu juga gitu, like I hated myself, I hated my body. Aku selalu berasa I'm too fat. Dari kecil dibilangnya, kamu jangan makan banyak-banyak, nanti kamu gendut. That sort of thing. And I couldn't accept myself, karena setiap kali berasanya tuh kayak, aku paling besar di seluruh keluarga. And I know it sounds crazy, kalau ketemu orang kayak, hah, lu gendut apanya? They look at me kayak, ini orang gila atau apa sih gitu. And the thing is, I truly believed it. Kan aku tuh suka, and then I go on this kayak, I keep punishing myself. Misalkan, aduh ini harusnya nggak boleh makan ini, terus I feel guilty, then I punish myself. Yaudah for the next berapa hari aku nggak bakal gini. But I wasn't happy, dan it didn't work. Tentunya it didn't work. Sampai akhirnya satu hari aku mulai bisa menerima, okay, this is me, this is my body, I love my body, and I thank my body karena dia udah kasih aku badan yang sehat sampai saat ini. And because I love my body, I choose to eat healthy food misalkan. I choose to have a good mindset. Dan jangan dikata-katain terus badannya, jangan bilang lu gendut banget sih gini-gini. No, I stop doing that. I keep telling myself, okay, I love myself, jadi aku mau makan sehat. Jadi bukannya I go on a diet makanya aku makan sehat. No, because I love myself. Beda loh. Karena it becomes who you are. If it becomes who you are, it becomes what jadi ya udah ya emang gue begini, Jadi udah bukan go on diet lagi. Mindsetnya tuh beda. Emang it sounds simple, tapi seriously kayak begitu doang. Dan I started understanding kenapa sih kok I keep eating, misalkan binging on chocolate. Kenapa sih I keep binging on chocolate? And then I really kayak mulai ngerti, ternyata coklat itu it has a meaning. Kayak sebenarnya when we crave for food misalkan, itu tuh bukan karena kita mau makanannya, itu karena the feeling that we thought we get when we get the food. Jadi for me itu kayak misalkan kalau lagi sedih, makan coklat gitu. Tapi kalau lagi happy, ya karena lagi happy jadi makan coklat juga to feel good. So you see, mau happy mau sedih, I keep eating chocolate anyway. Dan dulu tuh kayak udah addict banget yang gak bisa berhenti. Tapi the moment that I choose to love myself, dan I choose to feel good in whatever condition, jadi aku udah gak berasa aku butuhkan coklatnya lagi. Bukannya bilang sama sekali sekarang gak makan coklat, I still love to eat chocolate. Tapi udah bukan kayak dulu yang binge eating chocolate yang satu dus gede, terus udah gitu feel guilty, after feel guilty udah deh, I promise I'm not gonna eat chocolate anymore. Tapi semakin kita nggak mau makan coklat, besoknya semakin kayak, oh my god, I want to eat chocolate. Terus kalau misalkan kita nggak makan kayak, I'm so miserable, aduh gue sengsara banget sih, gue lagi on diet gak bisa makan coklat, and then you're not happy. So that doesn't work. Kalau sekarang aku mau makan coklat, ya udah I'll eat it, tapi ya udah makan aja sedikit sampai secukupnya, sepuasnya. Oke, disimpan lagi buat besok karena I have an abundant mindset. Ya udah besok bisa makan lagi. Kalau dulu kan makan sebanyak-banyaknya sekarang, soalnya besok udah nggak mau makan lagi nih for the next, I don't know, whatever yang aku commit untuk nggak makan lagi, and that doesn't work. So jadi kuncinya when I started loving myself, when I started loving my body, somehow tuh aku udah nggak stresin lagi bentuknya badannya gimana, udah nggak apa segala macam, and I actually lost a lot of weight. Nah itu yang anehnya sih gitu, I started losing weight sampai semua orang tanya, Wi, lu lagi diet apa Wi? Lu gimana caranya Wi? Lu ini, people started asking me questions, and to be honest, I honestly kayaknya nggak ngapa-ngapain sih. Cuman I just choose to love my body, I choose to love myself, I choose to give the most nourishing food for myself. Jadi aku pilih-pilih makanan yang I know is good for myself. Why? Because I deserve it, because I love myself, because I'm happy with myself gitu. Jadi dengan pemilihan seperti itu, dengan mindset yang berubah, and then we start to change, our body starts to change. Nah, jadi tuh the keys for you to accept and truly love yourself is that you either change it, do something to change it, tapi jangan punish, jangan go spiraling down, or kalau misalkan ini hal-hal yang kita nggak bisa rubah, ya kita accept it aja and just love us with all our flaws, karena nobody is perfect anyway kan, just love us with all our flaws. Nah, tapi itu juga kuncinya, you need to be able to find your gift, karena nggak ada tuh namanya semua orang tuh yang good at everything. Misalkan udah look like a model, bodinya juga keren, mukanya flawless, gitu bisa nyanyi juga kayak penyanyi kayak Mariah Carey misalkan, bisa main bintang film, bisa acting sejago seperti Julia Roberts misalkan, and then juga bisa desain rumah kayak rumah yang dari interior decorator, and then juga bisa masak, and then juga bisa ngurus anak, and then juga bisa running a business. Nobody can do it all. And the thing is, you don't have to do it all. We just need to find our gift. Kalau misalkan memang giftnya kamu adalah itu to have good voice, ya udah then go for it gitu. Maksudnya flaunt your gift. Jadi kayak nyanyi lah atau do something with your voice. Mungkin pinter ngomong, pinter sharing, ya go on Facebook, Instagram and do stories or videos or apa to encourage people. If your gift is kasih orang semangat, do it. Banyak banget nih sekarang orang-orang yang lagi stres, yang butuh kita cheer up atau butuh kita ajakin ngobrol or encourage them. If your gift is cooking, then cook. Karena I'm sure sekarang ini we need nourishing food. Kita butuh makanan-makanan yang bikin kita happy, yang bikin kita healthy, yang boost imun kita. And when you put in so much love to your cooking, yang makannya pun juga they can feel the love. Beda loh kayak kita makan makanan yang masaknya sembarangan, yang gak ada hatinya, sama kita makan makanan yang penuh dengan hati, like kayak kita makan masakan mama kita misalkan, it's filled with so much love. Pas makan pun juga we can feel that love and joy and happiness, ya kan? So whatever it is, you have to find your gift and you have to celebrate it. Dah gitu ya udah gitu. You don't have to be perfect atau you don't have to be bisa semuanya kayak si ini, si ono, si apa. You don't have to be them. You just have to be you. Because when you can celebrate your enoughness, your lovability, and then somehow the whole world itu bisa see it and they can love you for who you are. Nah, and I'm not saying that kayak misalkan for you to accept it tuh jadi kayak ya udahlah kalau gitu nggak usah ngapa-ngapain tiap hari, makanin aja potato chips and cakes and di sofa nggak usah kerja, just watch Netflix dan not being productive. I'm not saying that juga. Because when you are enough, actually you become more ambitious. Jadi banyak kecuali yang, especially yang overachiever. Jadi kalau aku bilang, no, you have to know that you're enough. You need to celebrate yourself gitu. Terus jadi artinya aku nggak boleh punya goals. Itu kan berarti masa cuma gitu aja puas sih? They misunderstood. Itu jadi kayak misalkan kita bisa terima aja. Jadi kayak kita complacent. No, it has nothing to do with being complacent. Jadi knowing that you're enough tuh bukan berarti kita tuh ya udahlah kayak segini aja, nggak usah lebih lagi. No, it's not that. Actually, when you know that you're enough, itu malahan kita jadi more ambitious. Kenapa? Karena if I'm enough, if I'm good enough, I deserve a fantastic job. I deserve, because I'm enough, I deserve the best men to love me. I deserve to have a loving relationship. I deserve to have a job yang I love dan get paid for what I deserve it to be. because I'm enough, I can run and lead my own business. Jadi banyak orang tuh yang mau mulai bisnis juga takut-takut, kalau ini gimana, kalau itu nggak bisa gimana, kayak they don't have that confidence to start because they don't think that they're good enough or they know enough or they're ada cukup experience enough or that sort of enough. So you're not being enough. But when you're being enough, jadi malahan tuh kita bisa have the capability to do all those things dan juga untuk meminta all those things. Because I'm enough, aku akan do what it takes to keep to keep my body healthy and fit. Jadi mungkin I will pay for that gym membership dan aku bakal exercise, atau mungkin nggak mau bayar gym membership, oke, minimal bisa I don't know what you guys like, misalkan suka naik sepeda or lari atau apa, you exercise and you do something to make your body even better. Karena why? Because I'm enough, because I deserve it. Jadi so I hope that you guys understand that perbedaannya apa. And because I'm enough, I'm not gonna fill my body with toxic things. I'm not gonna fill my body with junk because I deserve more. So when you start being enough, you love yourself and you accept all the good things yang bagus tentang diri kita. Because I'm sure that all of us itu tahu lah kita punya strength itu apa. Tapi we also accept the not so good things that we know about ourselves. And we will work on it to change it. Kayak misalkan kita tahu, okay, this is something that I can improve, then we work on it. Because I deserve more. Because I'm enough and I deserve more. Tapi kalau misalkan if it's something that nggak bisa dirubah, then you love it. You just love yourself and all your flaws. When we can do that, we can finally be at peace. Jadi kita nggak trying to be somebody else all the time. We can be our most authentic self. And then you can feel good about yourself. You can never be at peace kalau misalkan kita tuh selalu tuh kayak acting. Atau kita nggak being truthful, atau kita nggak jujur sama diri kita. Kayak misalkan kita mau supaya being accepted, jadi kita kayak actingnya seperti dia, we dress like someone else, padahal kita nggak feel comfortable. Tapi supaya being accepted, we do the things yang orang-orang kerjain, tapi actually we don't like it. When you are living like that, you can never be happy. Dan semakin kita begitu tuh semakin kita kayak makin nggak pede, karena we feel like, we're living this lie, and you know it. So don't do that. Just love yourself, accept yourself, and make the best of yourself. Nah, so what I want you guys to do adalah sekarang to say out loud. Mungkin kalau sekarang nggak ada privacy, bukan orang pikir ini orang ngapain ya. But if you can, say out loud, I am enough. Karena kata-kata ini tuh powerful banget. When you say I am enough, it's so powerful. Just say, I am enough. I love myself. Say it out loud with me. I am enough. Lebih kencang lagi. I am enough. Say it slower. I am enough. Kalau perlu disettingin di reminder kayak di handphone setiap berapa jam, sejam sekali, 2 jam sekali tuh pop up supaya kita reminder to say I am enough. Kenapa? Karena the more often kita ngomong, semakin otak kita percaya. Jadi awal-awal kayak I'm enough kayak gitu kan. Terus when you say it 10 times, when you say it 100 times, lama-lama kayak otaknya, oh I keep saying that, so it must be true. Jadi lama-lama itu kita percaya. And then eventually then you're at peace with yourself and you're real, and you can be happy with yourself. Nah, jadi tuh every one of us, we all have our flaws. But gak apa-apa gitu, we can still be our flawed self, tapi we can just be the best that we can be. And we can also have great relationships with even more flawed people, and the relationship ini tuh, it's real, and it's based on the truth. Jadi bukannya kita acting tadi lagi gitu. So just start loving yourself, start accepting yourself. Accept what you cannot change and change what you can tentunya. So I know I'm repeating a lot. Kenapa? Karena our mind learns by repetition. Kalau misalkan kita baru ngomong sekali kayak, okay. When you hear it the second time, kayaknya mulai familiar. Tapi when you hear it beberapa kali itu kita kayak, I keep hearing this, so it must be true. Jadi I will repeat a lot of the things that I say. So if let's say sekarang you don't like your job, ya udah, can you change it? Misalkan bisa nggak cari kerjaan lain? Misalkan jawabannya no, I cannot. Ya udah, can you be appreciative? Mungkin ya udah deh, I'll stick with this job for the next whatever 6 months, 1 year atau apa. In the meantime, aku akan belajar new skill mungkin, I'll learn something, akan dapat experience juga. And in the meantime, aku akan nyari a better job. Nah, jadi kan daripada kayak I don't like my job sucks, ini kenapa begini dan begitu, and complain and whine, tapi you don't do anything about it, and you just keep going spiraling down. So don't do that. Kalau misalkan I don't like how I look, can you change it? If you can, what can you do? Misalkan, oh yaudah, okay, I can exercise, okay, I can eat healthier, atau whatever it is. If you can, do it. But if you cannot, you just have to love yourself with all the flaws. Because you're enough. And you're just enough just the way you are right now. And you have always been enough. You'll always be enough till the day you die. You just have to remember that. So you have to own your enoughness. You have to love who you are. And you have to show the whole world how lovable and how enough you are. And once you can show up with that enoughness and lovability, the whole world will start to fall in love with you. So I know I keep saying enough. Tapi again, I want you guys to follow me and say that I am enough, because you are. I'm always enough. I always have been enough, and I will always be enough. I love this phrase. I am enough. I always have been enough. Even when I didn't see it, but I've always been enough, and I will always be enough. So hopefully this resonates well with you. Okay, so moving on to the next chapter about money. Nah, jadi topik tentang money hari ini tuh is quite interesting. Dan ini tuh juga ada nyambung juga dengan topik si enough-nya ini gitu. So what I learned is that when you're being sincere, somehow itu tuh things just flow better for you. Jadi the topic buat money consciousness buat hari ini tuh adalah to be sincere and to be generous. The more loving you are, the more you will attract wealth. Jadi jangan ada negative feelings toward money. Jadi the more sincere and the more happier you are, the more you will attract wealth. Nah, jadi aku tuh ada satu cerita. So I remember, kalau ingat sesi pertama atau sesi kedua kita, we talk about happy money kan. Nah, happy money itu juga kadang berarti kayak misalkan let's say kita punya duit berapa, let's say 20.000 deh gitu, let's say 20.000. 20.000 ini kadang kita juga harus berpikir 20.000 ini lebih happy di kantongnya kita, di dompetnya kita, atau mungkin buat orang lain yang lebih membutuhkannya. So I have a story. Pernah ada satu kali aku naik Grab mau pergi syuting ke studio foto atau gimana gitu deh, something like that. Terus aku naik Grab dan Grab drivernya itu lumayan menakutkan gitu. Menakutkannya gini, karena dia kayaknya lagi marah banget, frustasi banget, because tadinya itu kayaknya dia ke airport, mungkin temannya bilang ya, ke airport tuh narik dapatnya lumayan gitu. Jadi dia pergi ke airport, udah bayar parkir, bayar segala macam, bayar tol mungkin, dan ternyata setelah nunggu seharian sampai siang itu dia nggak dapet passenger gitu. Jadi dia mulai kesel karena mungkin dia butuhkan banget duitnya ini, dia mulai kesel. Jadi pas dia angkutin aku itu, dia tuh kayak full of anger, kayak marah banget, nyetirnya juga kayak gitu, kayak marah banget gitu. Terus udah gitu kayak aku kayak, ini kenapa ya ini orangnya gitu kan, kayak mulai agak cemas juga karena nyetirnya serem banget gitu kan. And then temennya telepon, gimana gini-gini, dia marah-marah, lo sih gara-gara lo tuh, gue tuh seharian tuh di sana tuh gak dapet tuh, malah buang duit gini-gini, dia marah sekali sama temennya ini. Terus jadi kayaknya aku kayak mulai, oke deh gitu kan. Nah akhirnya udah nyampe ke tempatnya dan pas sudah sampai itu, I know that si drivernya ini kayak lagi butuh uang banget gitu dan ternyata sampai seharian itu dia belum dapat apa-apa kan. Aku kayaknya passenger pertamanya dia. So I decided that oke deh, kayaknya aku mau kasih dia tip gitu. Terus akhirnya I forgot how much I gave, kayak 50.000 atau 100.000 atau berapa gitu. I don't remember how much tip I give him. Cuman maksudnya intinya tuh it's not gini, si duitnya ini whatever it is, 20.000, 30.000, 50.000, I forgot the amount, di aku mungkin ya oke, bukannya bilang nggak butuh, cuman dia lebih membutuhkan ini daripada saya di titik di saat itu. And the moment when I give him that money, kan tadinya aku kasih dia berapa, soalnya ride-nya tuh nggak terlalu mahal, terus aku kasih dia berapa, terus dia kayak bingung, kok kasihnya banyak banget gitu. Terus dia kayak agak bingung, terus aku bilang, iya nggak apa-apa, ini disimpan aja kembaliannya gitu. Terus saya kayak, tadinya yang marah-marah mukanya kayak, asem cembetut gitu, he just broke into this beautiful smile, kayak langsung, and he just started smiling. Yang tadinya marah-marah maki-maki orang, he just started blessing me, kayak, aduh terima kasih banyak ya, I forgot what he said, tapi kayak he just started blessing me and thanking me, and he felt so happy. And when he felt that happiness, kayaknya kayak aku juga jadi ikut happy gitu ya. Maksudnya dengan uang ini I made someone's day. Walaupun mungkin it's not a big amount, tapi impactnya itu di dia tuh it was huge. And that's what I mean by happy money and being sincere ini. I just wanted to help him aja sih gitu. And so many of us, we can do these little things, kayak hal-hal kecil yang I don't know, mungkin kita ngingetin orang and we give them a little bit of something, nggak perlu yang gede kok, tapi it really makes and change someone's day. Jadi mungkin hopefully si drivernya itu juga nggak bete the rest of the day, and he knows that mungkin di dunia ini masih ada there's still good that comes from it. And it's wonderful karena kalau ngelihat sekarang ini tuh banyak orang yang lagi teriak-teriak kesusahan, banyak orang yang struggling, tapi you can also see kayak sekarang di saat-saat ini tuh you can see humanity coming together kan. Kayak misalkan you can see that people are helping one another, terus you can see that kok ini nggak bisa kunci ya? Okay, sorry, I'm locking the door soalnya ini anak-anak keluar masuk terus. Never mind. Okay. Jadi you can see that even that little thing, misalkan that we do for someone else, it really impacts people in a big way. Jadi that's what I mean by being sincere and being generous. When you raise consciousness of abundance, karena when you give and you're being generous and you're being sincere about it, it will attract more abundance in our life. Dan somehow it will open up juga to more materials, more opportunities, Jadi kuncinya itu we have to start appreciating. And so many of us, kita tuh nggak appreciate. Aku juga remember at one point, while back 2018 ya, aku lagi struggling banget financially, dan aku stress banget dengan all the bills dan segala macam pengeluaran yang harus dikeluarin financially, dan I was just frustrated lah, kayak duitnya nggak cukup gitu. Jadi I wasn't happy dan aku nggak appreciate. Nah akhirnya, kenapa sayang? Hi, say hi. Is this Claire? Hi everyone. Oke sayang, mami lagi ngomong dulu. Okay. Nah, akhirnya tuh satu hari kalau nggak salah aku mulai kumpul-kumpulin barang-barang apa ya, kayak di lemari kan banyak baju-baju misalkan yang udah kita nggak pernah pakai, or di garasi banyak barang-barang yang kita nggak pernah pakai, or even di rumah lah gitu, banyak hal-hal yang barang-barang yang barang-barang anak-anak udah mulai gede, so that sort of thing. Aku kayak mulai kumpulin, dan akhirnya tuh aku donate gitu. Pas selesai semuanya dikumpulin, so first of all it was so fulfilling karena kayak ngerapihin rumah tuh kayak temen enak banget gitu rasanya. Dan pas aku kumpulin semua barang-barang itu untuk didonate, kayaknya kayak I just felt so much appreciation. Ternyata wow, I have a lot. I really have a lot. Kayak baju aja tuh sampai berapa koper, barang-barang anak-anak tuh juga nggak tahu sampai berapa kardus gitu. Terus kayak wow, kok selama ini I never appreciated how much I have. Yang cuman diperhatiin cuman komplainnya doang gitu. Aduh nggak bisa bayar tagihan, aduh stres gini, aduh stres gitu. Tapi aku nggak pernah appreciate what I had. And when I started appreciating it, at that moment, titiknya itu, I remember that feeling, kayak ternyata I'm abundant. Ternyata aku punya banyak. Itu kayaknya that turning point. It was probably the turning point of my life. Karena sebelum itu tuh aku tuh live in scarcity. Jadi kayak ketakutan gak cukup, ketakutan ini, ketakutan ono, kayak ketakutan terus. Tapi at that point in time, aku kayak mulai shift to being abundant. Karena I have so much. Ternyata emang bener, we have so much. But we just never appreciate it. Jadi itu kuncinya itu adalah appreciation. You need to have appreciation of everything. Kayak ada satu cerita juga. Ini ceritanya si Ken Honda sih, so it's not my story. Tapi I really like the story. Jadi ada satu orang ini pas ikut sesinya si Ken Honda ini, seminarnya, lalu bilang, dia sebel banget, dia itu kerja di satu perusahaan ini dan udah sekian lama dan dia rajin dan segala macam, tapi gajinya tuh kecil banget dan kayaknya mungkin nggak pernah dinaikin gajinya atau gimana gitu. Gimana nih gitu, dia kayak kesel banget sama bosnya, dia kesel sama perusahaannya, dia ngomel gitu. Nah lalu si Kennya bilang, what can you be appreciative of gitu. Terus dia mikir, sebenarnya sih dia sangat appreciate, soalnya pas dia diterima dulu di perusahaannya, dia itu nggak punya degree gitu, dan ternyata dia tetap bosnya kasih dia kesempatan dan diterima di dalam kerjaannya itu, dan dia nggak pernah feel appreciative buat itu. Dan akhirnya setelah diajarin Ken, yaudah kamu harus belajar gratitude, kamu harus belajar appreciation. Jadi dia kayak mulai tiap hari mikir, oh ya, aduh terima kasih banget ya kalau misalkan dulu itu somebody took a chance on me dan dia di hire. Akhirnya dia mulai merubah mindsetnya dia, instead of complaining, kesel apa dan segala macam, dia mulai notice all the little things yang misalkan si bosnya lakukan atau perusahaannya lakukan yang dia appreciate, little things. Dan akhirnya dia mulai kayak attitude-nya mulai berubah juga, dan dia juga mulai tulisin surat atau kayak tulisin kasih kartu, mungkin bosnya ulang tahun dikasihin kartu, or just she started appreciating aja gitu. Dan dia bilang, iya terima kasih banget dulu pas aku apply kerjaan, even though I don't have a degree, you still hire me, I appreciate that, bla 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 bla. Dan nggak lama kemudian she got a big raise. Jadi it's like when you start appreciating itu tuh magic starts to happen. Seriously, beneran. And I've also experienced that. Jadi this is my challenge for all of you. Start appreciating whatever it is that you have. Jangan go on the complaining mode. Karena when you complain, you're just giving your power away. So don't go into that mode. Nah, sayang, keluar dulu. Ya, gosok gigi dulu ya. Oke.
Mami tapi boboin.
Iya, nanti Mami boboin. Oke. Tuh.
Ntar Mami nyalain lagu, oke?
Oke, sayang.
Lagu Baby Nanta sama lagu Lion King.
Lagu Lion King sama Baby Mine. Oke. Deal.
Sama Aladdin.
Sama Aladdin. Oke, sayang. Oke. Si Claire. Nah, you have to start appreciating what you already have in your life. When you start appreciating what you do, kita tuh juga attitude-nya mulai berubah. Jadi bayangin ya, kayak misalkan, let's say you don't like your job, terus kita nggak appreciate our job, even though the fact that you have a job, we don't appreciate it. So when you go to work dengan mood yang tidak appreciate itu, yang nggak enak moodnya, pasti juga kan datang kerja juga moodnya udah bete. Terus bos kasih kerjaan kayak, dikasih kerjaan lagi. Karena kita nggak apresiatif dan mood kita juga udah bete, tentunya kita ngerjainnya juga setengah hati, hasilnya pasti nggak bagus. Hasilnya nggak bagus, diomelin bos. Terus jadi kayak, tuh kan, ini memang bosnya nggak bener nih, kelewatan apa-apa. So you just keep going down and down and down and down, you keep spiraling down. Tapi if you come in with a different attitude, when you start appreciating what you do, kita kan jadi excited ya, kayak kita datang kerja juga, hari ini gini. Terus kayak misalkan ada challenge, ada kerjaan lebih banyak, ada apapun juga, we will give 100% karena we're excited and we like it and we are appreciative. Dan akhirnya pasti hasilnya juga bagus. Dan hasilnya bagus pasti juga, everything will become better and better and better. So everything ini mulai dari mindset pikiran kita and what we do ini akan coming back to us, karena pasti hasilnya juga akan bagus. So you need to go up, jangan go spiraling down. So this is very important. Misalkan whatever it is, ada bad thing yang happen, and life is life. Good things will happen, bad things will happen. Karena kalau misalkan nggak ada good things, ya kita nggak tahu bad. Kalau nggak ada bad, kita nggak tahu good. Karena ada kontrasnya ini kan, kita baru ngerti ini ternyata bad, itu ternyata good. So it's just part of life. So even when bad things happen, kita tuh bisa choose to appreciate that bad moment, karena mungkin tanpa bad moment ini kita nggak tahu actually we had it good, and then pasti dalam setiap bad moment ini there must be something, there's some lesson, some key takeaway atau something lah, pasti there must be something yang kita bisa dapetin dari sana. If you start believing in it, kita bakal mulai melihat, oh iya ya, ternyata gara-gara gini, aku jadi sekarang belajar ini, aku jadi punya skill baru misalkan. Or kalau misalkan dulu nggak kayak gini, mungkin aku nggak akan gini, dan sekarang aku nggak bakal the way that I am today. There is always good in every bad things that happen. You just need to appreciate it, and then you can start seeing it. Terus juga something yang si Ken Honda practice itu, dia tuh kayak selalu carry an envelope. I thought that was interesting. Jadi misalkan dia ketemu orang yang having a bad day atau having bad luck, misalkan siapanya masuk rumah sakit, atau misalkan ada yang kecelakaan, atau whatever it is lah, dia akan kasih that envelope, isinya duit, amount-nya ya tentunya terserah gitu, and then he will say that, here you go, your luck is changing. I thought that was interesting ya, karena bayangin orang yang menerimanya itu kan, kayak dia tadinya lagi bete-bete, bad things are happening in their life, and then tiba-tiba dia menerima ini kayak, oh wow, yeah, maybe it is true, my luck is changing. But the thing is, you don't need to wait somebody to give it to you. You can just start to choose to appreciate and to change it right now. Nah, caranya gimana sih? Caranya gimana to appreciate? Number one, we always have to be in the present moment. Jadi jangan balik ke past, ya dulu kan begini, dulu kan gitu, dulu kan karena you cannot change the past. Yang sudah terjadi, you cannot change it. Number two, you cannot go to the future. Whatever you want to change, you have to change it in this present moment. Now is the only thing you can change. You can choose to take action now, you can choose to change your action now, tapi we cannot change the past, and we cannot do something yang belum terjadi in the future. So that's number one, be in the present moment. Number two, you need to start appreciating. Mau bagus, mau jelek pun, kita appreciate. Kenapa? Because it's just part of life. There will be good, there will be bad. Without the bad, we don't understand the good. So just appreciate it. Appreciate whatever it is. Number 3, stop complaining. There's always good, like I said, in every negative situation. Kalau misalkan sekarang kita dalam posisi yang tidak baik, it just means that something needs to change. Kita harus rubah sesuatu, we need to find something better, we need to do something, tapi whatever it is, do not complain. When you complain, you are giving your freedom, your power, you're just basically becoming a victim. Kalau becoming a victim itu jadi kayak, there's nothing I can do, I'm helpless, I'm hopeless, oh gimana nih. You're just giving away your power. So never ever complain. Malah mikirnya, okay, this thing happened, I appreciate it, what can I do to change it? Or what did I learn? Now, what can I change it now? So you have the power back. Karena apa? You have the power to take action now. You have the power to change it now. But when you complain, itu seakan-akan kayak kita tangannya dikunci di belakang dan there's nothing we can do. And that's not true. There's always something that you can do. Cuman kadang, whatever it is that we have to do, we don't want to do it. Kadang tuh seperti itu. But there's always something that we can do. Number 4, listen to your intuition. Nah, semua orang itu actually we already know. Hai sayang, you're back? Dede mau di sini. Tapi Dede nggak mau ganggu mami ya. Beneran? Okay, sorry guys. Okay, this is just 2 minutes. Jadi aku udah harus end the call. So I'll go back right in. Nanti please join me back again. And we will continue. Ini juga udah mau selesai kok. Just a little bit left. And then we'll finish up with our meditation. Jadi let me just end this call karena udah mau habis waktunya. And please come right back in ya. Aku akan mulai lagi. Okay. See you guys.